All right, everybody, how's it going? I hope you are off to a wonderful start to your new week, the first week of August. It is so hard to believe that August is here. We had a great day Sunday. I don't know if you remember this, but our preschool children and youth all had their promotion, and everything seemed to go very, very well. And we had a good service. Good services, I tell you. Yesterday morning was great, and then boy, last night's message is one of those that you bookmark on YouTube or your podcast app or whatever, or one that you outline and you print those notes out and you save them. Boy, just what a wonderful, wonderful day to be in the Lord's house. Now, a couple of things for this coming week, depending on when you watch this. I'm recording this about 10:30 on Monday morning. If you watch this on Monday, don't forget we have Team 13-3 tonight at 6:30 in the chapel. I would really, really encourage you to come to that. First of all, as a teacher, to be a leader, you need your heart stirred toward things like evangelism. It's a 1-hour meeting. It's very practical, very encouraging. And then also it's going to be hard for you to expect people in your class to come if you don't come. In fact, I would not only encourage you to show up, I would encourage you to make a couple of calls and see if you can get somebody to come with you. And then, of course, this Wednesday night will be our monthly teachers meeting. We'll meet at 6 o'clock, and I will be letting you know the exact room location. Maybe I'll send that in the email when I send you this video. And when I post this on the website, I will definitely text you a reminder on Wednesday, and I'll let you know that room number as well. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very important meeting. And I know I say that probably about every meeting, but I really want you to be here for this one. I've been working on it. I can show you. I've got stacks of stuff here. I've got note cards that I've written on as I've been planning our meeting. I've got typed up documents that I've been working on for our meeting. I've got a legal pad. I've got other handouts. I've got all kinds of stuff. And I really, really want you to be there because it's going to be, I think, an important meeting and a meaningful time together. So I want you to be there at 6 o'clock this coming Wednesday night. The one thing I do know about the location is we will not be in the choir room. All right. We will not be in the choir room because youth choir will be there. Now you can go to the choir room, but I did that for 7 or 8 years and I highly recommend it that you don't go. Okay. Come to my meeting instead. All right. So click on the link below here and you can download the lesson Titus 3, wrapping up the book of Titus this week. And then of course, next week we'll in 1 week introduce and go all the way through the book of Philemon. And then we will be into Don Roth's favorite book of Hebrews. All right, it's going to be great. So this lesson, Titus chapter 3, the facts of the Christian life. So you got an intro there with Joe Friday, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. And that's a good one to get everybody sort of thinking on the right page. And this is really a simple lesson as you think through our life before Christ, our life coming to Christ and our present life today, and then the life that we have to look forward to. Now, let me tell you what I think would be great in this lesson. And this is the main thing I want to cover with you on this as an idea. In fact, I'm going to give you an option here. And the reality is you could do one or the other, or you could do both if you manage your time properly. I think one of the great applications of a lesson like this, coming out of a lesson like this, is that we're so refreshed in the gospel and we're so refreshed about what Christ has done for us, our past life, our present life, and the hope that we have in Christ, that the easy application is who are you going to share that with? Who are you going to tell that to? All right. If it's truly good news, we can't keep it to ourselves. So if you'll look at point number 1, the facts of our past life, and then go all the way down to letter F, which is the last little bullet point there, I got the word idea. So I give you 2 ideas in this paragraph. One would be that you would have someone in your class prepared ahead of time to stand up and share with the class what their life was like before they were saved. Before they were saved. Now, listen, you got to work with these people. You can't just choose somebody. You can't just ask somebody. They need to write it down. You probably need to look at it, and they need to be less than 2 minutes. All right. And then, of course, like in this section, I put on there, we don't want to glorify sin, but we do want people to understand what their life was like before Christ. Now, the other option is at the last sentence of that little paragraph, you could have the people in your class take out a piece of paper and give them a couple of minutes to just write the bullet points of what their life was like before coming to know Christ. What was it like to be lost? Now, again, you could do one of those, or you could do both of those. Now, if you look at the end of point number 2, the facts of our present life, same thing. You could have someone prepared to step up and talk about what were the situations that brought them to Christ. All right, just to share that, just that little part there. I was this years old, and these influences or these circumstances, and this is what I recognized, and I understood the gospel, that type of thing. Again, work with them ahead of time, have them just briefly share that, and or you can have the people add then the bullet points there. What were the facts about you coming to know Christ? And then the last point there, the facts of our perspective or our future life, go all the way down to letter G. Again, have someone share what their life has been like since they received Christ, and or have them add it to their bullet points on that list. So you're modeling for them a good testimony, and you are helping them put together their story in a logical, sequential form. So then there's several things you can apply. First of all, do you have a story? All right. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's sitting in there that Sunday, and you're not going to call on people and that type of thing, but if anybody's sitting there on Sunday and they don't really have a story, then this is an unbelievable gospel opportunity. The second thing is you can encourage. Look at the last bullet point there. If you have them write it down, the to-do that week would be to challenge them to share it with one person this coming week. Now, the ideal of that would be to share that one-on-one with someone, face-to-face. That's the best way to be a witness. But I was thinking, especially with my younger married people, and you'd have to figure out if this works for your group or not. But I thought about challenging mine to post their brief testimony on Facebook, on social media, and share it like that. And there would be hundreds of people possibly that could read that and see that. If your people are older and not on Facebook, who could they call or who could they write their story to and share it with somebody this week? But the idea that the Christian life is summarized in the gospel, and the gospel is not just the solution for the world and the world's problems, it's a solution for our problem. And as saved people, the gospel has made the most impactful difference in our life. And if it's really good news, we ought to want to share it. You know, it's really interesting when you go up to people, like on Sunday, for example, and you're shooting the breeze before class. It doesn't take, you don't have to goad people into them sharing with you good news. If something really good happened to them, it just sort of they can't wait to tell you. They can't wait to tell you what happened yesterday or this previous week. And yet sometimes, somehow, we get used to the gospel after being saved for years and years and years. And we can go a whole week and we can not share our story. We cannot share the gospel story. So I think that's a huge opportunity to apply this lesson. All right. Hope that helps you. If not, I'd be interested to hear your spin on it. But it's a great lesson, and a privilege and opportunity to teach it. If you use other people, it's a great way to break up the lesson and the monotony of lecture. And then if you give them some silent moments to work on theirs, it gives them a few moments to do that as well. So it's a great lesson. Again, don't forget about our teachers meeting. It's going to be important. It's going to be big. I'm still working on it. I'm going to spend most of the next couple of days working on that meeting. And I'm really excited to share with you some of the ideas that we have and what we're thinking about. All right, if there's anything I can do for you this week, do not hesitate to reach out to me, email, text, cell phone, work phone, stop by the office, whatever it may be. I'll do whatever I can to help you this week. It's a joy to serve the Lord with you. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.